Everyone, so we got peak week again. I'm gonna go to the Mid Atlantic show. It's in Butler, PA. So I gotta go peak again today. It's the first day of peak week. Today's Sunday. The show's on Saturday. I'm gonna do some shoulders today. We're supposed to go celebrate Cambodian New Year's with my wife and her family. So I'm gonna do all my shoulder exercises. I'm gonna do rear delt, side delt, front delt all today because I'm not gonna be able to come back to the gym. And hopefully we can enjoy the day. It's kind of chilly outside. The temperature dropped. Gonna be around 50 something degrees, but it's also misty. It's just raining outside. Now it's kind of misty. So hopefully it's not too cold for so we can enjoy the time. Unfortunately, I can't eat nothing there because it's peak, especially in peak week. But I'll take my meals and I'll celebrate and have fun with the family. I'm gonna start off with some rear delts, some bent over rear delts. Then I'm gonna move into some laterals and front delts with this. I'm gonna use the cables for some of the exercises. I'm gonna do landmines, shoulder presses, and I'm gonna use a machine too and some dumbbells. So I'm gonna use all different types of equipment and different machines and different stuff to target the delts today. So if you want to learn some different movements, just pay attention, watch. For the shoulders, there's not too many movements you can actually do, especially for that side delt. There's not too many of them. You really got just lateral, maybe some upright rows and some, sometimes you get some activation from the front or some activation from the back. But to really target that side delt, it's mostly going to be laterals. That's the best way to target that delt. That's what that shoulder right here, that muscle does. Helps you raise the shoulder. Oh. First, I gotta increase the weight. I was warming up with that weight, so. For this show, I feel optimistic. I already lost. I'm already 3 pounds lighter than I was in peak week for the last show, and this is before taking the water out. Last show when I started taking the water, I lost about 4 pounds when I started like really flushing out water. So hopefully this time I'm already starting to drink more water. So hopefully I'll weigh 5 to 6, 7 pounds lighter this show, and that will make a difference in my placing. I still think I need a little bit more to go to cut, so we'll see how we do. So I see how I do, but I feel optimistic. Uh, we'll see how I do. That's all I gotta say. Week it's been really rough. The judge last time in the last show told me I had to really cut weight and kind of like suffer. So he really meant just cut my calories. So I cut my calories and woof, it was hard. Like I was struggling. Like I lost a lot of strength. Uh, Crazy part is like the hunger wasn't what was really getting to me. Even though I had some nights where I was really hungry, especially at nighttime, when I had to go to sleep, that I finished my last meal. Like I did get hungry a few times that night, but the thing that was killing me was the energy. I had no energy at all to come to the gym, get through my workouts, get on the treadmill. I forced myself to do it and got all the sets I was say I was going to get. I got all the reps I was going to get. Uh, However, I did have to lower the weight a few times. Like I just didn't have the energy. Today I feel a little bit better, even though I'm still low carb. Yesterday I carved up a little bit, even though it's peak week. I carved up a little bit, but I'm gonna deplete the carbs completely. Towards the end, I'll carb up again. Um, it wasn't that many carbs yesterday, but my body's just absorbed all that the carbs and just using it for energy. So I feel a little bit better today. Uh, Today is going to be a hard, intense workout, but not too hard where I can risk injury. But I'm trying to waste all the glycogen stored in my body. So tomorrow I'll do some legs. Not too intense because I don't like going too heavy during peak week for my legs because my legs take a while to recovery. Then Tuesday and Wednesday will just be a whole body workout and they'll just be a light pump and everything like that. I do not want to risk anything going wrong during peak week, so today is kind of like the last hard workout you can say. I'm gonna do side laterals. I'm gonna do them starting from the bottom up. Sometimes I'll bring them to hip level, and doing that way. Uh, Today I don't feel like doing it that way. I just don't. But I've learned that through watching videos, it does make a difference on how you feel the tension. Today I feel like using it down here. Yeah, just a feeling I had today. You always want to start off with your weaker arm. Not all the time my weaker arm is the most dominant. Sometimes the less dominant. Sometimes I have to switch arms depending on how I feel. Like sometimes like my right shoulder will feel more achy than my left shoulder for some reason. I forced it more on the bench press or did something. So sometimes you gotta use the arm that feels more strong that day. It's not always the dominant or less dominant arm. So I'm gonna start off with my left. It's my my dominant arm is my right. I don't feel no aches and pains, so I'm gonna start off with my left. My shoulders are feeling great right now. That weight feels good. I'm not going to increase the weight. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't want nothing to happen during peak week. So I'm doing a little bit more reps with the lighter weight. It's a little bit more safer like that. I'm not really pushing towards failure either. My body's depleted. Not a good idea right now. It's still not a bullshit workout. I'm still pushing though. A lot of people tend to not push themselves in the gym. That's a mistake. I think you should still push yourself. When you deplete it, you push yourself a little less harder because you don't want to risk it, but you still have to push. Don't be lazy. Don't be coming out to the gym and just bullshitting. I mean, it depends what your goal is. If your goal is that day to just, get some movement, that's okay. I understand that. Just like I'm going to do Tuesday and Wednesday. It's just to get a pump and just to really get the muscle moving to waste some of that glycogen. So I guess it's not always bullshit, depending on what you do, what your goal is. However, there's a lot of people who want to get stronger, who want to build muscle, but will not push themselves. Don't be that person. Push yourself. And remember, pushing yourself doesn't necessarily mean you have to go heavy and do heavy weights. You can slow down the tempo. You can really focus on the negative, on the concentration curl. I'm fumbling my words. You can focus on the negative. You can focus on the positive. You can focus on tempo. There's different ways to add intensity without adding the weight to it. So if you notice I'm like going slower on purpose, that's just to have more resistance on the muscle the whole time. Because if I, faster rep, that is good. That's good for different purposes. But if I'm going fast, I'm not really having tension on that muscle. By slowing it down, especially with the cable, there's tension the whole time on the muscle. I'm really fumbling my words today. I was talking about tempo and how to, train different ways. Guys, be smart in your training. Learn your body. If your body doesn't feel good that day, it's okay to go lighter, do less reps. Be smart in training. It's not always, I'm telling you, push yourself. Don't use excuses. Don't try to use anything as an excuse, but also train smart. A lot of people ego lift. So you got two spectrums, I noticed actually. Yeah, a lot of people who use the same weight, lift very light, do a few reps, and get out and never change the workout. Then you have people who ego lift and just do horrible form, put yourself at risk of injury, not really targeting the muscle because they're lifting too heavy, so other muscles get involved. You have to learn how to train smart. Push yourself when necessary. When your body needs to rest, don't use that as an excuse sometimes to skip out in the gym. And when I mean rest, not a total rest, because it's important to take a total rest. So your body's just not feeling that the same that day. It's okay to go lighter and to train smart and still push yourself, not giving yourself an excuse. So that might look like a day where you go less heavier, but you do way more reps and take the muscle to failure. That's still training hard. Then when you feel super energetic and feel really strong, you might go heavier, do less reps, and actually not take it to failure because you're going so heavy and you want to do some heavy reps. Or you might take it to failure. Depends what you want to do. It's just, you just got to learn how to train the way you want to, the way your body allows you to train, the way you want to train, and what's most effective for you. And I mentioned before, it's just learning yourself, learning what works for you. Um, so that was my whole little rant right there. I don't know. Anyway, my brain, like I told you before, my brain works like crazy sometimes. All right, we're moving into front raises. I'm doing front raises with the cables. If you see right there, I did all 3 heads on this one machine without moving. So like I mentioned in another video, when you are programming exercises, sometimes you want to think about how to incorporate all the exercises in one area so you don't have to run around in the gym and waste time. So if you're short on time, this is a way you can hit all 3 heads real quick and get out. So if you want, you can do 3 or 4 sets side, 3 or 4 sets rear, 3 or 4 sets front, out of there. And that's your workout for the day if you're short on time and you need stuff to do. Okay, we're gonna move into face pulls. So for face pulls, I don't necessarily always pull to my face. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I pull a little lower down here. However, the whole point is to target that rear delt. So sometimes you have to see what works for you and see how you can get that rear delt engaged better. I know I have a tendency to go a little lower when I go heavier. I think it works either way. Just figure out what works for you. It's cool to pull up here. It's cool to pull down here. As long as you actually pull in with that rear delt and not with the trap or any other part of the back. Just making sure. And I also learned that if you put your fingers this way, I actually saw Phil Hoof do it. You can actually feel a difference just by holding the rope this way. I think it's just because you can't really grip it and you're forced to like pull. When you grip it, you can use, some of the biceps and so, but like this, you really have to pull. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to use a regular grip. So now we're gonna do some landmines for the front delt of the shoulder, and I'm gonna superset that with some rear delt flies on the pec deck machine. So um, I've been here for a while, so I'm gonna start running through this real quick and try to get out of here. All right, gonna do one set partial laterals, get on the treadmill, do my cardio, and I'm out of here. Alright, so we are here at the Cambodian temple, celebrating Cambodian's New Year's. It is packed out here. It's kind of chilly out here. You see me, I had to put a scully. It's in the 50s. I've come here with my wife a few times. Every time we come, it seems to be kind of chilly. But yeah, we're just gonna celebrate. I won't, you know, I wish I could eat. I don't eat all the stuff here, but my wife does. But it's peak week. I brought my food. It's all packed up. So Jason, my youngest son, will definitely eat the stuff. He's half Cambodian, so he'll like the stuff. My other two kids eat some of it. My daughter is Puerto Rican. My other son is half white and Puerto Rican. They don't really eat the food like that, but hey, we're here. I have kids of mixed cultures, so I'll see y'all. Take a few shots, and I'll talk to y'all. ចឹងសាធុខ្លាំងខ្លាំងអាយុអាបបោទនីបាទលឺចឹងហ៎យោបាទអានមោទនីមហាកុសលសូមអានមោទនីអបេតិចៈអីទេយោអបសុខមែន All Oh, I'm in here in front of the monks. They come back around. What bench? What bench? The entrance sign? Oh, right here.
So basically, how does that happen?
No, Jason, leave the coconuts alone.
Wow, Jason, mommy, come here.
Ven acá, empanadillas. Ven, no de relleno de papas en empanadillas, ven. They do, but it's not like that.
You want one?
Mommy, paying attention.
Đấy, cho mày trứng ra rồi. Cái là mày. Hả? Thấy đi. Thấy đi.
Nhóm nước trong đó cầm phốt ra cái
nó đang
I don't like these. These look cheap. Huh? I don't like these. These look cheap. Yeah, I don't like them. It's just like cheap looking.
we're the food right now. You're gonna see all these